Well, we had chances again, but this time they capitalized on some of them. God, what an ending to that game. They fought till the bitter end. I mean, there's nothing left. That last play call was brutal. It was a one read, quick throw, no effort to keep the play alive, no rollout. It's just like a one read and you're throwing it. Don't like it. But major credit to Haynes King. He locked in down the stretch. He settled in. He looked so antsy early in the game, just holding on to the ball. As the pocket was shrinking and there wasn't necessarily pressure, he would act as if there was pressure, get happy feet, try to squirt out of there when there was nowhere to go, when he didn't have to. Making weird decisions early in the game. But he totally settled in, and he led this team to an amazing near comeback victory. Receiver core was outstanding. The two standout 5-star true freshmen, Chris Marshall, Evan Stewart, coming up with big play after big play on those in the fourth quarter. Moose Muhammad having another big game. Chase Lane got involved. Down game from A-Chain. Donovan Green had a couple of big catches again. I mean, I liked a lot of what I saw, but at the same time, the same issues persisted. O-line play, couldn't protect the quarterback. I don't know how you play number 74 anymore. I hate to call players out, but it's been consistent for 2 seasons now. He's a jailbreak waiting to happen. Give him another year to work on it and see where he comes out next year, but I just don't see how you come out of the bye with him starting unless something major changes. Bryce went down. He wasn't playing great, but you just hate to see it for him. He's been battling back, probably had his best game yet, and then he went down. He went down immediately. I don't know what happened. He was able to walk off on his own power. Who knows? We'll look out for that. A-Chain had a down game. Probably something to do with that front seven of Alabama who was all over the place all night. But damn, guys. Oh, my goodness. They gave themselves chances. Oh, I haven't even mentioned the defense. The defense showed out. They were able to run a bit, but it's a good-ass Alabama team with an amazing running back. That guy's one of the best in the country. Milrose, I mean, he's a tough assignment, although he didn't play the best game passing the ball. He's a tough assignment. He's a legit threat to house it anytime, anywhere on the field. The defense held them to 24, put them in position to win, got that huge stop to close out the game. A&M ended with the ball. God, it's... Obviously, this is the emotional breakdown. I can't really see everything clearly. I'll post it on my Twitter, so go check out my Twitter. I already did. My heart rate was 134 on that last drive. 134 beats per minute. I rest at under 60. Insane. The game was insane. It went from this team is blowing it. I felt like the game was over several times, and then the team would just come back, make a stop, get a turnover. Walter Nolan's forced fumble was amazing. Just a missile headbutt. He's a warhead. Walter Nolan's a warhead waiting to happen. He just blows shit up. That was the most Walter Nolan play I've ever seen. He's just an explosive mound of power. He's an undersized D-tackle that gets a push with just sheer power. And I say undersized, he's like 290. He'll end up being over 300 by the time he's a junior here. But man, that was awesome. Fadil Diggs forced 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles. Jardin got his hands on a ball. This defense, they locked in down the stretch. This whole team did. They just didn't have that last play in them. Hate the play calling there. And everybody who said A&M was going to get massacred this game, everybody who's rooting for that, I just know they're going to be really quiet now. We're not going to hear from them. Everyone who was typing, they're not going to be typing.
I found this on the web.
She's one of them. But anyway, god dang. That play, we could have won that game. We're one play away. I mean, they had penalties. We had penalties. It's a game of mistakes. Every game of football in college is a game of mistakes. So penalties happen all the time. Penalties on both sides of the ball. I feel like it was a fairly well officiated game, except, you know, when the quarterback tucks it in and runs, it's very often that a holding occurs on that type of play, because you go from blocking the defender from getting to the quarterback behind you to the quarterback getting past you, and there's a change of direction by the D lineman while he's in the offensive lineman's clutches. And I felt like there were some holds there that weren't getting called. That was the only complaint I had. Aside from that, it was officiated fine. But man, we lost, but we silenced the nation. We silenced some haters. We're 3-3. That sucks. But as I mentioned in my last video, I thought the priority of this game was to escape with dignity, but go into the break with something to build on. And as much as I want to see Connor, I think Haynes has earned himself more time. He locked in. He was so accurate. I haven't looked at the stats. I'd wager he was over 80% down the stretch. Gutsy. He looked like he was banged up. He was getting destroyed. He had no protection. But he was still getting it done. Just gutsy by him, Evan, Chris Marshall, and then the rest of the receiver core. Moose was great. So many opportunities, so many mistakes I could mention, like the Denver drop, the bad ball to Moose that could have been a touchdown, the offsides on the punt, yet A&M was still right there and had a chance to win. It sucks. It's painful. It's awful. But you go into this bye with some serious juice and the opportunity to get healthy. And then you have South Carolina on the road, Florida at home, Ole Miss at home, Auburn on the road, UMass, and then LSU at home. If this team builds on what they did today, gets healthy, this team could go 6-0 to close the season out. It's very possible with how they came together this game. It's the kind of game that can change your season, even in a loss. It's going to be a matter of how they get coached up, what the message is, what the vibe is, and how healthy they can get. Need to get some secondary back, O-line. I don't know what you do there. You got to find stuff. You got to do like an open with all the injured spots, and left tackle, whoever 74 plays. You got to have like an open roster there. You got to treat it like it's a tryout right now, because it's not getting it done. But guys, it sucks. It was good, but it sucks. Yeah. I don't even know what else to say. I want to keep talking, but I don't know what else to say. I can't complain, but it hurts. But I'll see you guys in a couple of days where I give a proper breakdown. This is my emotional, immediate response. I just walked from the TV into my car. What did you think of it? Are you proud? I am. Gigem. I'll see you soon.